but he does give up his life for him. Lightning goes out and slows them both down. So it looks like this axe will be going into the jungle. Dazzle running in, placing a sentry to block out the camp at first. And it will be quickly dewarded by the Witch Doctor. And just in time, half a second later, and that camp wouldn't have spawned. Meanwhile, the Darkseer is just pushing this first lane as quickly as he can, trying to get all that XP to go into the tower before that Doom comes out. So the Doom ends up in the safe lane. The off lane is a Leshrac, and their mid is a Razor up versus the Shadow Fiend.
And this lineup is completely random.
Yeah, I would not expect the lanes to go out like this, no. So a lot of pressure being put on this Leshrac. The Slaughter actually looking to be a support role as the Axe is currently farming the lane. So an interesting development in this laning stage.
Yeah, man. For some kind of reason, I am totally blown by these lanes and the off lane Leshrac, how they want it to work when you have an X.
Meanwhile,
Dazzle
is getting quite a bit of damage and actually opted to get his Grave at level 1. While the Earthshaker blocks out the Darkseer from escaping, but the Iron Shell also does a lot of damage to him. A few karate chops, make sure he runs away. Doom comes in for some extra pressure, but won't be able to do anything really. Meanwhile, the Dazzle died?
Yep. A creep did the last
the creep in the lane with the Iron Shell actually managed to pick up the Dazzle as his Grave went out.
Yep.
I wasn't... Like, I just saw the fight recap just come into my screen. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, man. That was a pain in the ass for Dazzle. And yeah, Darkseer...
As well, yeah, the Leshrac actually died to the Axe. So Axe having a hell of a time here on bottom. Getting a lot of last hits.
Yeah, and Axe's top net worth, man.
And he'll quickly snowball once some stacks are going off.
Yeah, man.
Looking to make some stacks right now.
And if X get his fast blink, I don't know what Leshrac wants in this game.
I don't know what any hero would want to do during this game if this Axe starts running amok. The Darkseer, already level 4 on this offlane, getting plenty, while the enemy Leshrac is only at level 3. And on mid, the Razor is fighting a losing battle, 10-2 against the against Roti's 20-6.
But how? How?
I'm expecting this to just be a difference in personal skill, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think. Well, the individual skill makes the game here, cause you know you cannot get the SF to win a mid versus Razor. You just cannot. Until he gets level 5, Razor like must have X4 of SF scripts.
Yeah, Razor actually opted for 2 levels in Plasma Field. I'm assuming just to get some last hits because he's not getting them otherwise. Only 1 level in Static Link, so he's not getting the drains off as much as he'd want to. Shadow Fiend was actually denied the rune because Dazzle went up top and picked it up. But for now, Witch Doctor's defending the rune up in bottom. So in case Shadow Fiend wants to refill his bottle, he'll be able to do. But Witch Doctor does opt to just use it himself, while the Axe is already up to 500 gold after picking up his Tranquil Boots, and is looking quite healthy.
Man, and yeah, the Darkseer is having a nice time versus the Trilane.
Yeah, he's just not getting punished enough.
No,
he'll probably try and pull, but the Earthshaker decides, well, you're not going to be pulling with this creep because I'm just going to drag it away. He's actually going to stack it, so there's always the option for the Darkseer to start farming that wave, or just using it to pull his creep lane back.
Yeah, and when you are against a offlane Darkseer, actually you want to block off that creep spawn, you know, so he cannot manage, will not manage to farm it. And well,
Yeah,
and
because it's quite a bit of extra gold as well.
yeah, and the double stack, it's not for your hero, man, it's for the enemy hero, and I think that's a problem.
Yeah, so Doom does opt to eat that centaur, gets the hoof stomp. I'm not sure what it's going to be doing right here in this lane, but for now, he'll have it.
And yeah, well, okay, so you see that you're like, well, it's like that. Ashraker and Dazzle need to gank SF.
They should definitely rotate away. There's no vision from the Radiant side whatsoever on mid, and none of the supports are actually close. And having that stun to block it off, the heal bomb as well as just the Razor running in. I'm not sure why they're not doing it, but for now, the Doom picked up a Midas at 6 minutes and decides to just increase his net worth, go for that late game, which is a pretty good strategy as long as they don't lose too much to the axe during the mid game.
But the problem is actually the mid game, cause well, you have a really strong axe. In 6 minutes in, you have a enemy SF that has 40 last hits. Yeah, they don't see it, but Razor should understand according to SF's items how much does he have.
And the Earthshake actually went down on the bottom lane to Axe. Only managed to escape. Razor TP'd in, got a Link off for 21 damage, which isn't a lot. I think he scouted out the Slarder, but he just can't go in there.
Yeah, and
Because the only backup he has is this Leshrac, who has literally no mana and health.
well, early game, I know who won it, and I see the graphs, and it's a 2k net worth and gold lead, or a 2k experience and gold lead
Meanwhile,
for
the
out
mid
of
lane,
milk.
stun goes out to the Earthshaker, Razor's miss, and this,
Yeah,
there we go,
nice.
Witchstrucker goes down, takes too many melee hits from the tower. Just after he picked up his boots from the courier.
Well, Earthshaker will get his Soul Ring, and it will be probably a Soul Ring Tranquil Boots build, which is not so bad for this game, cause, well, you need to be with Earthshaker roaming and making openings for your team, cause otherwise it will be a one-side game.
Definitely. So we'll have to see how that goes. Meanwhile, up top, the Doom is not having a great time. He can only eat one of the creeps, but he doesn't have the mana. He'll still have to deal with any iron shells that are left. Darkseer actually having 34 last hits in this offlane. So the early game really going the way of Out of Milk. Meanwhile on mid, somewhat of a gank, but the Fissure just wasn't there. There was still a path going around, so they place a ward on mid, and Earthshaker's just sticking around for a bit. Axe is already up to 2.2k, so he should be able to pick up his Blink Dagger once he moves into the secret shop right here.
Yeah,
Because he
and
just has the money.
he will say hi to Leshrac.
Exactly. He does have the mana for both his skill, for both his stunt as well as his coal.
Well, things look not so good for the Dire side, cause you know, as the game goes, the graph scales up to the benefit of Radiant, and yeah, well, yeah, maybe, well, and that's according to the Doombringer that has a Midas and a Devour.
Yeah, so they will pick up quite a bit of money, but obviously the farming potential coming out from the Darkseer as well as this axe will be pretty high, and obviously once this axe who just picked up his Blink Dagger, he will try and farm some heroes most likely. It's either that or he'll rotate into the jungle and give that Slarder some much needed farm. As soon as who's already also about at 1k, so he's only about 1.3k away from having this blink himself. Meanwhile, Darkseer almost went down into the enemy woods, being very aggressive there.
Yeah, but Darkseer is not so far
And
from
there we
Mechas.
have the Razor. Will he take down the Darkseer? No, he'll just make his way out. Low, the lightning comes out,
Ooh.
Slow comes out to the Shadow Fiend.
It can
Also
be-
keeps sticking. Link comes out, and there we have the Doom running in. End of the SF, and the Doom has found the Witch Doctor, who's probably going to try and deny himself to the raid, and he does end up
Yeah,
denying himself to
great
the
place.
Ancient. Great play. Doom was denied a kill there.
That was great, and the enemy team also I like you know the mentality of the Dire, cause it actually shows a lot of character when a enemy tells an enemy that he played really well.
Yeah, exactly. Like one of those things. Just the Doom rotated, used his Doom for that. Didn't get the kill because it was denied, so nobody got anything from that.
Yeah.
It's something you have to applaud because it's just something that will. It might not look like much, but it has a great effect on how this mid game will end up going. The kills are now 3 and 3 though, so for now, I'm not exactly sure what the Axe is currently doing. I think he's up top. Yeah, already has an Iron Shell. But he hasn't shown himself yet, so for all they know, Axe just decided to farm the woods. But they really need to be careful up on that top lane, because if this Blink Dagger is shown at the correct time and he gets a lot out of it, then that would make it worth it as well. And he does end up finding the Doom, most likely. Yeah, Blink comes out, the call comes out, Heal
And,
comes out from the Dazzle though.
Yeah.
He uses his poison touch, as he doesn't have the grave, even though that obviously that's not going to help against this Axe. He does keep ticking him, so he's not able to blink.
And meantime, SF gets 3 raises on Razor and kills him.
And will also most likely take out this mid tower right here and right now, unless the Earthshaker can deny it. Stun goes.
Oh, great
The
blink!
He just got the blink dagger, uses the blink to dodge the stun, and make
That
sure he gets
was
the last hit.
fantastic.
Picks up a double damage rune, just for insult to injury, looking to get that Earthshaker back for trying to be so greedy, trying to get that play going, but he saw him move up, so Earthshaker's just gonna move away.
Yeah, and well, SF is currently leading as CS wise and net worth wise, and he is like half the net worth ahead of Razor, which is really a lot. And when you have a Razor, you're like aiming for the early mid game, but he falls off a lot of this mid game. And Doom that goes in with the
Ooh,
minus.
an Echo Slam actually hardly hits anything. The Vacuum comes back, can't get the raise off because of the Doom, but the Doom is just standing there. Shadow Fiend just got the Surge, has
Man,
that Iron Shell,
just
does a
torn
lot of
apart.
right-clicking, gets Doom, but it doesn't care because of the heals coming out from the Witch Doctor. In about a second, he can just blink, just make sure he takes that last hit. Razor comes in,
Wow.
blinks forward, uses the ultimate, and just decides, well, I'm just gonna raise you down.
Man, this SF plays fantastic.
Exactly. The Shallow Grave kept him alive for a bit, but there was Axe coming in with the blink and the call.
Is it the final?
This is not the final. This is the semi-final.
Okay, because I was worried if this was the final and you have like a game like this. And yeah, well, man, if like the previous game was really even and like it was epic, now you see just full dominance of the Radiant.
A quick update about the other semi-final. CBD managed to take out Kappa 313, and so they will be going down into this finals against the winner of this match right here for a best of 3 and a chance to win that 25 euros.
Yeah, man, and well, sorry for Kappa, man. Oh, and you have another slam. And Dazzle is drinking beer in the tavern for 20 seconds.
He's taking a sip from the fountain, as he will just be there in about 15 seconds, like you said. The Axe having a great time, starts skipping creep waves with the Iron Shell on him, has 2.5k in the bank.
Man,
Meanwhile, the Slardar is just scouting out
yeah, epic,
everyone just
epic,
standing here, waiting,
epic.
waiting for their rotations. Has his blink already as well. And they're trying to get on mid. They're trying to get the Shadow Fiend. They do manage to get the stun out, get the slow out, some right clicks, and they will just blow him up. A very nice pick off, 600 gold, going towards the Leshrac, but yeah, and there's not really much going on the side of the Iranian right now, as they're slowly pushing it top, but it's not really something massive.
Well, I don't know why split, for example, Darkseer with SF and even Darkseer X with an SF, because, well, you have the vacuum into SF, you have the initiation with X, and yeah, the how is it called,
Yeah,
Surge.
There was no reason for them to split. They could have just taken tier 2 top, go back, take the tier 2 mid, and just make sure they take the entire map. But they opted to split, and it cost them their Shadow Fiend. Meanwhile, bot is being pushed in by the Darkseer, who has picked up a mech, and this Doom is looking to pick up his flats pretty soon. And the Razor looks to be building a mech of his own, already has the headdress.
Well, Midas Vladimir's Doom, too weak, man.
Yeah,
too weak.
it's 4k gold, over 4k gold, and it's not really doing anything on a Doom at this point in time.
Even,
The enemy team is too strong. He just spent 4k on useless items.
you know, it could be a dagger mech arcane boots for that Doom.
And he just gets picked off. Witch Doctor ult gets dropped. Dazzle goes pretty low.
Actually, I like a lot with the Witch Doctor with his Death Ward into minus armor of Slardar. It's actually good. And
It's
SF
very good.
feeds.
SF goes down once again on the middle lane.
But it's a feed. It's a feed, man.
Yeah, he doesn't have any business being there. Meanwhile, his team is pushing out the bottom lane. That axe with that iron shell is just ripping through these creep waves. Even though he doesn't get that many spins off, Slardar finds some units. Dazzle ult comes on
Nice.
offensively, and they just have to blink, surge, and sprint away. So they do defend the tier 2, but they're not really gaining that much from it. As long as they keep defending this high ground, then obviously they will have a chance during this game, because of the late game being slightly in their favor. Unless the control from the Darkseer comes out as great as it was on the Sand King, then they're gonna have a problem.
Yeah, man, and well, if I see the graphs, it's a 10,000 swing in. Well, not a swing, lead.
10,000 net worth.
Yeah, lead and XP lead and 7k, and it's a problem.
And Paco goes down, so they find another pickoff,
Man, Paco, don't feed.
but they're not getting any tower pressure with it. So for now, it's an uphill battle.
Well, excess dagger, blade mail, and 2k. It's a lot. It's well, everyone has a lot, but the SF soon gets his BKB, and well,
Ooh, defensive TP income from the Witch Doctor, looking ready to drop that stun, as well as his ultimate on these two people running with the axe. So we'll see if the axe manages to survive. If he can blink in and use a call right about now, he should be able to. No, he gets doomed up, and the Witch Doctor ends up taking a fall as well. Mech comes in from the Darkseer, who is just away,
Ooh,
blinks in,
that takes
wall, and the vacuum. Chaos Dunk comes out, the Echo Slam doesn't do that much. Paco will take out the Earthshaker as the Dazzle decides to keep healing that Doom. And the Axe decides to follow the Leshrac, who actually picked up a Yule Scepter somewhere in between. Surge comes out, Blink is up in 3 seconds, and the Blade Mail
Man,
kill himself with the stun.
that was fantastic. That was a
Meanwhile,
really
Shadow
nice
Fiend is
game.
up top, just picked up his BKB, has a double damage. Oh, it just faded, because he was putting quite a bit of pressure on the top there. The Doom actually should be visible. Manages to dodge the stun, does get the call off, and
But
takes quite a
now
bit
the
of damage.
damage.
Should get dunked in a second. Doesn't even need to get dunked, as there's a lot of spins.
Man, the
going out.
spin is also physical, you know?
It is a lot of damage.
Yeah, the physical damage is quite a lot there. And SF is pressuring top tier 3 tower, and
And the Darkseer is up on mid.
yeah, man, you have a lot of problems.
Earthshaker manages to find a blink, but his Echo Slam's on cooldown for about 75 seconds. Doom is still dead for 10, hasn't picked up anything beside his... oh, Use comes out, stun gets decently timed, Echo Slam doesn't have to be used.
And Requiem.
And the
Ooh,
axe
the
actually
pain.
got stunned. Witch Doctor ult is up on the high ground. Requiem went off. Shadow Fiend is just deciding to right click, but the damage drain as well as the ulti ticking down. There we go. Plasma Field takes him down, and they're going for the chase.
Too greedy! Too greedy.
They're being too greedy. They're not respecting the drain coming out from the Razor, and the bounce comes out. Dazzle gets Doom. The Witch Doctor
And now
gets
Fit.
Doom, should die, and he's trying to deny himself to the creeps once again. But this time the Centaur didn't turn in time, and he does end up going down to the Doom himself.
And man, it's a XP of 5000 XP change and a 1000 gold change.
No, it's actually a swing of 4,000 gold.
Yeah, it's a
and,
lot.
And about 5,000 XP. So it's 4 for 1 trade there.
Yeah, and
Amazing for the side.
man, if you 20 minutes in are leading 10k, you can go and finish the game. You don't need to be greedy and dive.
Yeah, it's mostly been to the fact that they had a death ball going and they didn't opt for it. Blink comes in, big vacuum. The wall was just slightly delayed because of the fissure coming out. Dazzle decides, well, I want to keep myself alive. Razor goes out for another drain, but this time he went in on the Slardo, who just sprinted away. Sorry, I just had something in my throat. And the Shadow Fiend wants to get this Razor, almost gets it, should be able to. Nope, heals go out. Axe just stands there with a BKB as well as a Blade Mail. The Witch Doctor ult goes down, but so far they only picked up the Doom.
Yeah, X goes in, one more.
Axe and Slardo go in, and they just
nice
picked
one.
2 extra. Meanwhile, the Earthshakers standing there in the side lane, waiting for another creep wave to come out.
And it will be a big Echo
A
Slam.
massive Echo Slam, but will it be enough though?
No.
I
Low
don't think
ball.
it will, but he's waiting, and they all blinked out. He was already gone. I was still watching the creep wave come in, but he was already gone.
Yeah, he didn't want to engage. Well, you know, now. Oh, you have a soldier with a with amplified damage and a medal.
Yeah, so as well as the minus armor coming out from the presence of the Dark Lord, should be pretty easy to take out Roshan with about 26 minus armor. They're not fully committing to this. The Shadow Fiend is taking more damage than he should. Fissure comes out, and Plasma Field tries to scout it out. They do ping it out, and they might decide to engage on it. They're all gathered here. There's actually it's a double stack of Ancient. Looks a lot more than it is. And Darkseer is just waiting for them to blink into the pit, or for him to blink out. Has his Guardian's Grease. Axe blinks in.
Oh, massive.
Darkseer blinks in. The vacuum just missed. Doom goes out, but he's stuck. He ends up dying. Witch Doctor throws out his ultimate. Does quite a bit of damage. So Leshrac is forced to retreat as well as the Razor. Will he take out the Darkseer? It's gonna be close. No, he will not. Earthshaker ends up throwing his life away as well. Slarder comes in with a 2-man stun. Does he survive? No, he'll end up going down, but this Axe is godlike. Taking kills left, right and center. Already going for that Aghanim Scepter. And he's already halfway there.
Yeah, and you know, if I watch the net worth, X is top net worth in this game.
Yeah, that's not too surprising if you're going 12-0 on an Axe. And last hit wise, he's already has 130 in this 24-minute game, so that's not too bad either.
Yeah, and with Roshan down, you can see the edge.
Yeah, they should probably give this one to Axe, although Shadow Fiend is coming in hot.
Well,
If they do manage to pick up the Axe at some point, having that
streak.
streak is
Yeah.
going to give a lot of money.
Yeah, and actually, I'm definitely with your meaning that X should get actually the Aegis of the Immortal, and they can finish the game easy.
Yeah, because currently this axe, if this axe just is allowed to just jump in there and get everything off that he wants to, and then come back and do it all again because of the low cooldowns, as well as not giving away that streak if he does end up falling, because that's going to be about 1100 gold going to the person that kills him, and you do not want to give that to the wrong hero.
Yeah, it's a nice bonus.
So Doom picks up a plate mail. Judging by the way this fight this is going, I'm thinking he's going to pick up that AC. Although I don't see how that's going to benefit their team that much. Although, in effect, he will have those 2 armor auras. Oh, there we go. Leshrac gets jumped, gets stunned up, quickly taken out by the Shadow Fiend as well as the Slardar.
You cannot do nothing against that initiation. You have a Slardar SFX Darkseer Dagger build. So 4 Blink Daggers again. And man,
Again, yeah, so like I said, they like to be aggressive, and
yeah, a lot.
4 Blink Daggers is something they like to be doing.
Yeah, man, actually, they are very mobile, very aggressive, and I like that actually. I like how they play.
Yeah, because they keep banning out the heroes that have initiation from themselves, and they like picking up these heroes that like Blink Daggers. So they found something that works for them, and it's working pretty well.
Yeah, the minus armor damage blink dagger initiation strategy and style of this team is actually good. I like it too.
Echoslam comes out
For nothing. Well, Earthshaker just throws.
feeds away another
Throws. That's
They're going in one by
is the
one.
throw.
There we go. Shadow Fiend ulti
Woo!
into the vacuum wall. And
That was
should
beautiful.
be-
Yeah, and GG.
That should be GG. Like, I don't see them. There we go. GG comes out.
Well, Earthshaker officially throwed the game.
There we go. It's yeah. I don't know why he decided to do that before they went up high ground. So we end up with about a 16k gold lead, as well as a over 20k XP lead, coming out from Out of Milk, being dominant in this fight. GG was called. I'm not sure why the Ancient hasn't exploded yet.
Same.
Because this is a lobby game, so calling out GG should give them the your game will end in 8 seconds thing. I'm guessing they cancelled it, so we'll just have to wait until everything just gets trashed.
Yeah, that's right what you say, man. If your captain calls GG, you should stay at Fountain. Well, Dota 2 Reborn.
Right, so apparently they're not done yet, even though GG was called.
But they should be.
Even though they just lost 2 sets of racks and really don't have anything to come back to. But for now, they're opting to keep this game alive for some
Man,
reason.
it's
So we'll
a
just have to wait.
25,000 golden experience lead, and well, as unpleasant it can be for the Dire, they will not win this game.
Yeah, so Divine Rapier being picked up by the Shadow Fiend,
Yep.
adding insult to injury.
And now we look at Leshrac.
Giant fucking Requiem with the vacuum and just a few right clicks. And there we go, that should do it.
Goodbye,
Dazzle
Dire.
actually doesn't have enough health to survive the kill threshold. 550 HP is actually all he needs to have for Axe to be able to ult someone.
Rampage for SF.
Rampage going out the way of the Shadow Fiend. Earthshaker's had enough, disconnected.
Well, SF, Earthshaker is done for today, I
So
think.
GG call comes out again, and it should self-destruct in about a few seconds.
Yeah, now, yeah.
There we go.
Good game, good game. And Out of Milk are heading to the finals.
Out of Milk are heading to the finals where they will meet CBD.
CBD. Okay, CBD, are you ready for this 1307X and SF?
So I'll just quickly make this a best of 3